Hey everyone, Jason here. Welcome back to the layout. Today I'm going to be reviewing a few uncatalogued items made by MTH. In the front we have two MTH Premier EMD F7s in the nickel plate road paint scheme. You'll notice that the words nickel plate road are missing from the side of each locomotive, and there's some history behind that which I'll get to in a minute. And in the back here I have an MTH Premier nickel plate road Madison passenger car, which is a diner car. As mentioned, these are uncatalogued items. They were actually a custom run made exclusively for Stockyard Express. If you haven't watched my past videos, Stockyard Express is a train store located in Oberlin, Ohio, and it's where I buy a majority of the trains on my layout. Many Stockyard Express customers have a demand for nickel plate road trains, so they often place custom run orders with MTH for specific items. And that's exactly what we have here for this review. This also means that you can only purchase these items brand new from Stockyard Express. We'll start by looking at the two A units. Stockyard Express is selling these as an AA set, but they are not connected by a wire tether, which means that you can run them as either a lash-up or run them separately. Most of MTH's cataloged items, you have to buy the A unit separately, but for this custom order, for this custom run done by Stockyard Express, they're selling them as a set. Now, a little history behind these locomotives. Now, I should mention, I'm not a nickel plate road historian or an expert by any means. All of my information I got from Stockyard Express, and I googled a little bit on my own. So, while the nickel plate road never had F7s in their fleet, EMD did test these units on nickel plate road trackage, and they did have the nickel plate road blue and silver paint schemes on them. The hope was that nickel plate road would test these out against their steam engines and like them enough that they would place orders for F7s with EMD. However, nickel plate road, they didn't exactly fall in love with the new engines, and they decided to pass on placing any orders. So what you see in front of you is a recreation of the EMD demonstrator units that did in fact operate on the nickel plate road for a brief time. Unit 801, which is the A unit up front, was eventually sold to the Great Northern Railroad. And the history on 801, which is the second A unit, is a little bit fuzzy, but I believe it either went to the Clinchfield Railroad or the Louisville and Nashville Railroad. So we'll take a look at the details on the front of Unit 801. We have a Mars light on top and a headlight just below it. There's green running lights right above the lighted number boards, and there's a good bit of detail down here on the plow where the Cutler cut bar detail is. A lot of the F7s that I have in my fleet don't have this detail, so it's nice to see MTH doing a little bit of improvement to their F units. Now we'll look at the side profile of the engine. The blue and silver paint scheme is really nice. I think it looks really pretty. And we have really nice detail down here on the trucks. We have really nice fuel tank details. And of course, the doors on this unit do spring open and close, which is always a nice touch. And on the back of the locomotive, we have a nice rubber door diaphragm going around, and of course, electric couplers. And the detail on the back is certainly nice as well. If we look at the roof of the locomotive, we have two horns here above the cab. There's some really nice vent details going across, and of course there are two openings here for the smoke fluid. So there's one smoke unit in the engine, but smoke does come out of both smokestacks. And here's a look at number 800, which is identical to 801 in every single way other than the number board. As I mentioned, these engines can be run independently of one another. They each have their own DCS board, their own speaker, their own smoke system. They are totally independent locomotives from one another. In fact, if you want to run them together, you have to actually create a lash-up with the MTH DCS system. Now let's take a look at the passenger car. This is being sold separately to the AA set. I just decided to review all the items in one video because they're all nickel plate road, they're all Stockyard Express exclusive items, so I thought they'd all just fit nicely in one video. So this is a Premier Line nickel plate road Madison passenger car, and this is a diner car specifically. If we take a close look at the car, you'll see that it actually says Diner Lounge on the side of the car, and there are people inside the illuminated interior. And if we look at the end, it's typical MTH, which is a good thing. It means it's nicely detailed. We have a nice rubber diaphragm, and we have hidden uncoupling tabs, as well as a separately applied brake wheel. and some really nice additional details on the car. We have some really nice grab rails here, which are painted in a dark blue as well. There's really nice dark gray rails for the diaphragms, and the rivet detail on the entire car is really nice in general. Okay, so enough talking. I'm going to go ahead and start these engines up and let you all see them run around the layout.
Now departing for Atlanta on track number 1, the Hoosier Land.
that just about does it for this review. If you're interested in buying these items, the two A units are being sold for a price of $879.95. Again, that is a price only offered by Stockyard Express. They're items that you can only get at Stockyard Express. The item number for A unit number 801 is 20-21262-1, and the item number for A unit number 800 is 20-21261-1. If you're interested in the Nickel Plate Road diner car, that item is being sold for $99.95, and the item number for that car is 20-61063. And I should mention that because these are a Stockyard Express exclusive custom run, once these units are sold, they'll be gone forever. There are no plans for these to be run again in the future, and there are only 24 sets of these A units produced. Again, only 24 sets of the A units have been produced. So a very rare item. I highly recommend that you place an order and call Stockyard Express as soon as possible if you're interested in these. And if you'd like to get a hold of Stockyard Express to purchase these or to go visit their store, they are located at 49293 Plate Road in Oberlin, Ohio, area code 44074, or you can give them a call at 440-774-2131. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this review. If you have any questions about these items, feel free to ask in the comments below, and I will do my best to answer. And thank you all for the comments and the thumbs up on all of my videos. I really appreciate the support, and I hope I can continue making product review videos and layout updates moving forward. So anyway, my name's Jason. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.